Dharmendra, I was thinking that you
Yes.
take the product walkthrough at the end, because otherwise, if you want to upload this video on YouTube, it will seem very like salesy otherwise. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll talk about like
हाँ हाँ ठीक है
Girikon and features, and then I'll talk about the the वो क्या कर सकते हैं techniques and all.
हम्म ठीक है नो इशू
Cool.
हम्म
लास्ट में आप प्रोडक्ट वॉक थ्रू कर देना उसका.
हाँ हाँ चलेगा नो प्रॉब्लम
Hi everyone. So we'll be starting the meeting at by 2:05. Hi everyone. Welcome to the webinar. Today we'll be discussing about some advanced techniques with which we can make our forms more efficient, and with them we can generate like more leads. And basically, I'm Nayan and I'm heading product marketing at GirikForm. And this webinar is with regards to our latest product, which is GirikForm Builder. And just uh, yeah, so basically, this is with regards to our latest product, and I'll be quickly giving you a brief overview of the product. GirikForm's Form Builder is a very powerful application which helps you create forms and surveys in minutes and capture the information within any Salesforce object. So it's an application which can be very easily integrated with Salesforce and any object of Salesforce, whether it's standard, lead, account, and contact or custom object. And the application gives you the ability to drag and drop fields in the interface to create forms. So with this, anybody can create forms which are very easy to use and which can be created to generate leads. And administrators with basically little or no technical knowledge will find it very user friendly and easy to set up. And it can be related to any Salesforce object, and we can also publish them on any community portal site or any website which is managed by your company. And some of the features of GirikForm Builder are that it is Lightning enabled. It helps in data storage. Again, it has drag and drop functionality, so we can easily create form with it within minutes. It helps in publishing forms with a lot of flexibility. With the product, we can do like customized branding of the company, because it helps in putting like any sort of company logos or assets that we want to integrate in the forms. It helps in customized individual questions. So we can create forms for like different individuals with different questions. And it has additional usability. It helps in question scores. So if you want to give like certain number or scores to certain questions and come up to a conclusion or a data point, it helps in that. It has really advanced security settings. It helps in multiple object mapping. It has matrix features, and it helps in unlimited forms and responses. And Two other very interesting features of it is that it helps in conditional logic, and it has also the option of formula option. Uh, I'll be quickly presenting my screen to talk more about like how we can some of the basic techniques which can be utilized by any organization to create more user-friendly forms. So basically, mastering form creation, the best practices for designing effective and conversion optimized forms. So why do we need effective forms? It helps in building brand awareness. It helps in generating and maintaining leads. It also helps in improving the overall user experience. Because of the user experience and maintenance of the leads, it also, of course, helps in increasing the overall conversion rates. It reduces the overall abandonment rates of the website. It enhances the brand perception, and it helps your company to also differentiate from competitors. Some of the techniques that can be utilized by any organization to create really interesting forms is that we need to start with a very clear objective. So it's important to understand the objective clearly before creating any form. So what is the purpose of the form? What do you want to achieve with it? What is the overall goal with it? And defining the object will help in creating a form that is very focused and effective. The second tip is that we need to keep it simple. One of the most important best practice for designing effective forms is to keep it simple. The more complex your form is, the more likely it is to cause confusion and frustration for users. So we need to limit the number of form fields and make sure they're easy to understand and fill out. So the lesser the number of fields, it's easier for the users to navigate throughout the form. We need to have clear labels. So it's important to use clear and descriptive labels for each form field. Users should be able to easily understand what information is being asked for in each field. And we can, for that, we can consider using placeholder text or tool tips to provide additional context if needed. So wherever there is less information, we can provide like more information for the users to understand like why a certain field is asking for what is asking. Then we can start, or we can also use smart defaults. So smart defaults basically helps in speeding up the form filling process and reduce error. And what is a smart default is, for example, if the form is asking for a user's country, then the form should be able to automatically identify the current location as India, USA, or whatever the location is, and fill out the form. So it helps in filling out the form with ease, and like it helps in speeding up the process as well. We need to also reduce the friction. So friction is basically anything that makes the whole form filling process more difficult or time consuming that it needs to be. And examples of friction basically include mandatory fields that aren't really necessary. So before creating any form, we need to also ask like, is this field something that the user is absolutely required to fill out for the use in our data system as well. So unclear instructions or confusing instructions or error messages that don't provide any guidance should be absolutely avoided. Then we need to also test and iterate. Finally, it's very important to test your forms and iterate based on user feedback. So use A/B testing to compare different versions of your form and see which one performs better. The best practice should be ideally that we are creating 2, 3 variations of each form to actually see the performance of the form, like which form is working out best for us, which is the field which is getting the most uh, lesser friction. And we also need to listen to user feedback and make changes based on their suggestions. So it should be a regular practice that we are taking user feedback and connecting with the users and understanding like how the form was for them to fill out. Did they feel, was there any friction for them to fill out? Was it easy to comprehend? So feedback should be a regular thing that we are doing. Then we also need to use social proof, increasing credibility, building trust, and showing validation and addressing concerns. We should also display social media share. So if, for example, a form was filled by 1,000 people, it should be something that we should be sharing out on our digital media platforms to build like credibility and trust and show like the validation to all our users. using trust badges such as security badges or payment badges to increase trust and credibility for the form. We can also include a lot of security badges in the form, and like payment badges, like this is IFCA secured or anything else, and to overall increase the trust and credibility for the form. This will also increase the overall conversion rates for the form. Display third party endorsements. If you're having any third party endorsements, this can be a really good social proof for the users to know the value of the form. Highlight the number of customers served. We should also be mentioning in our forms that in the previous in the past forms we have served these many customers. All these things will help in building a really great social proof. Use multi-level, multi-step forms to break up long forms into more manageable sections. So the best practice should be that we are not making really long forms, because it becomes for the user uh, a lot of friction for them to fill out, and they would automatically go back and they would not fill the entire form. So it basically, this step is very necessary because it reduces user fatigue and makes the form less overwhelming. Multi-step forms can improve completion rates, as users are more likely to fill out smaller sections of the form compared to a long, daunting form. Lesser abandonment rates and more accurate data. This will also help in making sure that the data that we are getting from the users is really correct and has a lot of accuracy. It helps simplify complex processes such as signing up for a new account or purchasing a product by breaking them into smaller or more manageable sections. So the idea is not to make the form smaller, but like into more sections, so that it helps in like overall increasing the completion rates and more accurate data. And this one is the last, so we should also try to make the forms really visually appealing, using white space effectively, keeping the design consistent, including colors, fonts, and layout. We should make sure that the design is consistent throughout all the forms. Using contrasting colors, use appropriate font design. The font should not be too small or too big. So the appropriate font size and design should be taken into consideration. Providing feedback and using visual hierarchy. So these are some of the tips that can be very well utilized to create like very conversion optimized forms. And once we start using them, we'll definitely see an increase in the overall lead generation numbers and conversion rates and the overall revenue. So these are the practices that we should be following on a day-to-day basis while we are creating our forms. Uh, I'll just also quickly, my colleague Dharmendra will also be talking about the product form builder like in more detail. We will be also doing a quick walkthrough about the product, like what are the features of it, what are the things that can be implemented to make them more conversion optimized, and how we can create a form in like within minutes. Dharmendra, can you show to the audience like how the forms are created through Form Builder?
Yeah, sure. So thank you, Nayantara. Hello everyone, my name is Dharmendra and I'm working as a BA in this project. So I'm quickly going to show you how to create a form in few clicks. Okay. So first we have to log in our Salesforce org with our registered login ID. So everybody has their login ID and details who are working on the Salesforce objects. So I've already installed this application in our org. So I'm going to the app launcher, and here you can see the form builder application, right? To creating a form, we have to go to the FB admin tab, and here you can see all the created form list, and here you can see all those lists. And here I'm going to click on the new form. So I'm going to quickly create a new donation form. So basically a template title where you have to mention your template name, and description is what is your template is all about. And third is your category. So you can choose category, business category, communication, marketing, healthcare. These are the section, how many section you want you in your form. So you can choose. So I'm going to choose only one here. And then these are the options there, like do you want to merge all those sections? Do you want to show main title to the users? Do you want to merge all login sections? So I'm going to choose only want to show my main title to the user, because this title will appear on the form, right? And then click on create form. This is our configuration scheme. So here I'm going to use different types of fields. So for first, I'm going to use text field, and here I'm going to mention donor name. Then I'll choose a, drop down list. I mean, pick list basically. So types of donation, what type of donation they are provided. So I'm going to choose here type of donations. Here I'm going to give options like cash, product, and then we have to click on the save button. I'm going to choose another field like to use number of, I mean, amount, what they are going to pay. So here we mention amount only. It's the currency. So I'll choose currency in dollars. Then I'll choose another field for if donor want to mention something. So I'm going to choose another field, and here donor can uh, write about their donation, why they're donating. So and then I'll choose two field mode like email ID and phone number. These are the basic information I'm going to use this form, and also I'm going to capture the every donor first name and last name in our Salesforce object. So for that, I'm going to map this field with my Salesforce object. For that, go to the map form with object button, and here I have to click on the create mapping. So map the field, I have to name those fields. So here I'm going to mention create. And map to objects, we have to choose the type of object on to map. So I'm going to choose account, and the status I'm going to select active. After creating a mapping, we have to first map this field with our Salesforce objects. So you can see the quick form donation form, I mean list, and here you can see the account details. So I'm only going to choose the account name. So for that, I'm going to map here and click on the save button, right? That's it. As our form is ready, let's click on the preview button. So you can see the template name is showing on the top of the page, and the donor, I mean the first name, last name, donation type, amount, uh, notes, and email ID and phone number. So first name I'm going to mention main type of donations. I'm going to pick cash. Amount I'm going to mention $10. Email ID. And let's I think there is some issue in the phone number section. So I'm going to remove this for right now. So you can see I've already created this form and submit the form also. And the submitted response we can see here. When you click on the submit response, you will get PDF in a format in PDF. And also, if you want to see the object in capture in or not in our Salesforce objects. So for that, go to the temp because it will take it will update after 12 hours, but it will save in the temporary folder. So here I'll show you the object is map or not. So for that, click on the today's and you can see the in account section I've captured first name. Here you can see the name also. Yeah, so that's it. These are the features right now, and this is how to create a form in few minutes. Thank you, Nantara. Yeah.
So these were some of the features of Form Builder application. So the as you could see, like the majority of the features could be integrated by just dragging and dropping. So anybody without any technical knowledge can actually create a form within seconds. And we also have the option of conditional logic and matrix. Uh, uh, if anybody has any questions, we can take those questions right now. I think in the Q&A section, anybody can just start. You can just write the questions if you want in the chat section, and we'll be happy to answer them. I think this is good for now. If anybody has any questions, they can reach out to us. I'll be also sending on the chat section our website how to add custom validation in form. Dharmendra, can you just show like how we can add custom validation in the forms, like on the application?
Yeah, sure.
And can you also explain like more about conditional logics and about matrix?
Yes, I'm showing my screen. Give me 1 minute. So for that, Rahul, we have to add a number field because it will work only on number field only the conditions. So I'm going to add one more question here. And also the number field should be a mandatory. Then you can use a condition validation rule here, right? So for that, I'm going to use question like types of donation.
Also, meanwhile, I'll answer Arjun's question. How can I download Form Builder? So, Form Builder is available on App Exchange. I will be sending the link on the chat. And right now, we are providing a 14-day free trial. So, you can start your free trial immediately and you can explore the application on your own. Yeah, I'll just send the link. So, this is the link for Form Builder application. It can be downloaded from Salesforce, and the 14-day free trial is also available right now.
So Nantara, if anyone want to use any condition for that, they have to go to the condition button here. Okay. In form builder, we called condition. Okay. And they have to choose the questions and then equal to the answer. I mean, what they want to show, and then it will appear, right? Otherwise, it will not show to the users. So from here, you can see actually I've added two questions like type of donation and donation types. So we have to set the condition, and here you can see all those fields, and it will show here. Not right now, it's showing some error, but I'll make sure that this function will work. So you can choose, and then the answer will show here, and you have to configure. That's it. These are the things how to create a condition in form.
Also, Dharmendra, can you show matrix as well?
Yeah, sure. So for matrix, we have to choose this field, matrix field. It's here you have to name the, I mean, mention the name of the matrix. So sample, and you can write the row name like first name. You can see the preview here. You can, you can. Then you can so the matrix will look like this: your first name, your last name, age, and serial number. You can fill all those information here. These are the features. Right now, if you want to edit, you can edit also. Like this field are not required, so you can remove also from here. And you can show the first name, last name. For that, you have to add columns. That's it. Number of columns you can add. Just click on the plus sign and you can add all those fields. And you have to just refresh it. All those changes will automatically show here. It's fine, Nandar.
I think
Hello.
this works. If
Yeah.
anybody has any more questions, you can reach out to us. And I've also put down the link for the app exchange, and you can download your 14-day free trial application from there. And thank you so much. Can you explain slider field? Dharmendra, can you just again show the slider field as well?
Yeah, sure. So here is a field type there. You have to choose slider. You can uh, mention the condition like you can also set the value. I mean minimum and maximum. So I'm going to set 1 and here I'm going to 10. And the step size, if you want, you can mention like 2. And if you choose the default value, so whenever you set the default value and open the form in preview mode, the slider will set on the default value. Okay. So I'm going to give here 3, 3, 5. So you can see number of donation and by default setting is there. So if you want, you can change. I mean, you can decrease, increase, whatever you want to do, you can do it. That's it. Hello, Antara?
Yes, I think we have addressed almost all of the questions. And last one, Dharmendra. So, are we having like the latest version available on App Exchange, or is it 1.17 version?
It's the latest. I think 1.17 is the latest version, and
Okay.
yeah, all the features are working. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Fine. Thank you, everyone, and we'll connect again. And if you have any questions, you can write to us. And thank you, all of you, for joining. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.